story today is talking about Sadhu and the monk. Sadhu was a missionary in India, Christian missionary. Late one afternoon, Sadhu was traveling on foot through the Himalayas with a Buddhist monk. It was bitterly cold, and the wind felt like a sharp blade slicing into Sadhu's skin. Night was fast approaching. When the monk warned Sadhu they were in danger of freezing to death if they did not reach the monastery before dark. As they were traveling through a narrow path above a steep precipice, they heard a cry for help. Down this cliff lay a man who had fallen and was badly hurt. The monk looked at Sadhu and warned him not to stop. The monk believed God had brought the man to his fate, and he must work it out for himself. Lack of compassion. He heard his step as he passed the man by. Sadhu replied, God has sent me here to look after my brother. I cannot abandon him. Compassion. The monk continued trudging off through the whirling snow while Sadhu clambered down the steep embankment. The man's leg was broken and he could not walk. Sadhu took his blanket, made a sling out of it, and tied the man to his back. Bending under his burden, he began a body-torturing climb. By the time he reached the narrow path again, he was drenched in perspiration. Doggedly, he made his path through the deepening snow and darkness. It was all he could do to follow the path. Though faint with fatigue and overheated with exertion, finally he saw the lights of the monastery ahead. For the first time, Sadhu stumbled and nearly fell, but not from weakness. He stumbled upon an object lying under the snow on the ground. Slowly he bent down on one knee and brushed the snow off the object. It was the body of the monk, froze to death. Later, Sadhu would learn that the reason he had not suffered the same fate was that the body heat generated by the man he carried prevented him from freezing to death. Compassion. Which one would you be? That's pretty scary, isn't it? The monk or Sadhu? That's important because, see, it is compassion. The one thing that so many schools today want to have seminars on and they want to talk about is bullying. We've got to stop bullying. Bullying is a symptom of a problem. It is not the problem. The problem is lack of the quality of compassion. If you have compassion, you don't make fun of someone because of their size, color, creed, religion, body features. You have compassion for them. And if you have compassion for them, the last thing you would ever do is bully. You determine if you have compassion. Do you feel the suffering of others? The old Indian proverb, walk a mile in his shoes. When you see someone that's not the same as you, Do you have compassion? That's compassion, is when you feel that you can walk a mile in their shoes. You understand. What's the divisiveness in the United States today? Lack of compassion. One group or the other group doesn't or are not able to walk a mile in the other's shoes. They don't have the quality of compassion. If we don't develop the quality of compassion, if we don't become the sadhus of the world and put the monk on and put the injured man on our back, we're going to freeze to death. And when you do that, you become the best you that you can be.